After years of racing on a Logitech G25 and PlayStation, I finally decided to go all in and build my sim racing rig properly. And today, everything has finally arrived. Hi, I'm Tony, and this is AC Sim Racing. So first up, we looked with Trak Racer. Looked at all the different rigs. Initially going to go with the 160S, but when I went to order it, it was unavailable. Looks like it's now discontinued, so decided then to go with my other option, which I was looking at, which is the 120S. It has that nice wide body at the back. It's a different sort of look from all the regular sort of rigs that are around. See some pictures. Looks really good. It's nice and solid. Wasn't available in the blue, so I went with the black. Lots of nice pictures of it with included monitors and different seats and things like that. Some dimensions. So with the choice process, I looked at the Fanatec Direct Drive because I knew I was going with that. Went with that mounting option. Then with the pedals, the TR1 pedal mounting seemed the most solid, so I went with that one. Seats, I was looking to save a bit because I'll probably upgrade a bit later on, but still wanted to get one in the price at the moment. So looked at the GT, even though it's had some dubious reviews. It was still a great price because it was 15% off with the Black Friday sales, as was all the rig. Wanted to get an included monitor mount because playing GT7 predominantly, and that only accommodates one screen. Looked at all the other options, didn't really choose anything else at the moment. Got a mat, I think, and yeah, so that was Trak Racer. Hopefully it's a nice solid rig, and we'll see how it goes in the next video when we do the build on that one. Next up was Fanatec, purchased in the Black Friday sales. We can talk about how that went later on. Bit of drama there, but it's Fanatec, so you sort of expect that. Again, going predominantly PlayStation at the start, GT7, so it would have been nice to have the new Podium Direct Drive wheel, but being PlayStation, that is not an option at the moment because it doesn't have the chip in there. So I went with the highest Newton meter wheel that they have, which is the 15 Newton meter Direct Drive Plus ClubSport. Looks like a solid option. Got lots of great reviews, and hopefully it works well with the PlayStation. Next up, we looked at steering wheel. Looked at a few different options. The BMW GT2 wheel, but at the end of the day, I love Porsche, so that was the main thing I was looking for there. So went with the GT3 Cup rim, the Podium model in Suede. Has the advanced paddle module and everything else included in that. So yeah, looks like a solid wheel, replica of a Porsche wheel out of a GT3 Cup car. Includes the advanced paddle module, the endurance button box, and the new quick release. So yeah, it looks like a nice solid option, so I went with that one. All nice solid components, so should be a great option. And yeah, it looks the part. So next up was pedals. So best sort of reviews at the moment are the CSL Elite pedals. Wanted to go with the new Podium pedals, but they are not available at that time. So I went with the CSL Elite V2, and they're getting great reviews and everything, and should be a solid thing for PlayStation. They have load cell and lots of different dampeners and spring options, so yeah, should fit the bill for GT7. Look forward to testing them out. So yeah, all up, there was a discount on the ClubSport DD Plus, which brought it down to from $15.99 to $13.49, I believe it was. But then since then, the price has gone down to the same price that I got it for Black Friday, so it's not really much of a sale. Lastly was a screen to play it on. Being GT7, only one screen is available. Went to JB Hi-Fi, they had some good Black Friday sales on at the time. I was looking at LG, they seemed pretty solid. Their mini LEDs had high refresh rates and everything, so I went looking for one of those. Didn't want to go to OLED, was worried about burn-in and all that sort of thing, so went with mini LED, and figured 55 inch was probably a good sweet spot from what other people were saying. So looked at the 86 QNED 86A, which seems like a really solid screen. And yeah, as you can see, the list price in Australia was $17.95. So with the Black Fridays, it was just over $1,000. So, and was able to pick it up on the spot. So yeah, it was a no-brainer on that one. Now, a quick disclaimer and about some of the process with Fanatec. I was hoping with Fanatec and Corsair being together now, the problems from last year would have been solved and none of the issues of shipping and delays and all that would have happened as much as it did in the previous years with the Black Friday sales. There was a couple of items on back order until mid-December. I purchased in November on the Black Friday sales, but these soon blew out and I didn't end up receiving everything until early February. Did touch base with Corsair Fanatec a few times, but they didn't really help and they weren't really on top of their game or anything like that. And then the prices that I did receive for everything, I got discounts in Black Friday for the wheelbase and such, but by the time it shipped, the prices had been reduced anyway and it was now the same price. And the pedals were actually cheaper than what I paid, so I complained to Fanatec and they kindly refunded me some money on that to at least play retail for those two items rather than getting any Black Friday sales. So we'll see what it is. But yeah, they need to work on their customer service and their warehouse delivery process and all that to try and get things out on time. There were things that were back ordered and other things were in stock, but then by the time the things that were back ordered came into stock, the other items were out of stock. So they didn't want to send it until everything was ready, and in the end they started sending it in 7 different shipments with all the different parts and pieces. So I don't know what they're doing and everything. That really need to look at their game and pick it up, because they do great products. It seems all solid and everything, and it seems like top quality kit, but their customer service and everything's just totally letting them down. So that's everything that's arrived for the build. On paper, this should completely transform how I experience Gran Turismo 7 and the rest of my racing library. But specs and price tags don't mean much until it's built, properly dialed in, and properly tested. So let's see how that goes. I'll be documenting the entire process, the good, the bad, and whether this setup was worth the investment. So if you're building your own rig or looking to upgrade to DirectDrive, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what happens next. And let me know in the comments what you're currently running and what's your dream setup. Part 2, we build the rig.